My 12-year-old sister came home with grass in her hair and blood on her elbow for the third time that week. I sat her on the kitchen counter and cleaned the gravel out of her elbow like I had Monday and the day before that. I fell, she said again. With Dad gone and Mom on doubles, I covered our bills on a warehouse paycheck and patched her up whenever she came home like this. She cleaned stalls at the miller's farm for $10 a week, so the dirt made sense, but the bruises didn't. She wasn't a kid who fell. I had to find out what was going on. The next day, I left work early and parked by the miller's fence. She did her chores, then slipped onto the Hartley's land next door. I followed through the trees. She stopped at a back fence. Inside was a huge black horse the Hartleys had tried to tame for 2 years. He'd thrown grown men. She pulled an apple from her pocket, made a soft click, and he walked over like he'd been waiting all day. She climbed the fence and swung onto his back. He didn't move. She tapped his sides and he walked, then trotted. I started forward to drag her home before he killed her. Then I froze. She rode him like she'd done this her whole life, calm and steady on the same horse those grown men couldn't sit on. Then he reared and threw her into the dirt, and I broke into a run. But she got up before I made 3 steps, wiped the blood off her mouth, and walked right back to him. That was where the bruises were coming from. She'd been teaching herself to ride the horse nobody else could touch, and she was a natural. Then the Hartleys came sprinting across the field. I dropped behind a tree. They grabbed her arm, yelling, then stopped. Mr. Hartley repeated the same question. How did you get him to do that? That night, I told her I'd followed her. She braced like I was about to scream. I told her she was gifted. She cried. The Hartleys came by that weekend wanting her in a riding competition. They'd cover the entry fee. I had to pay for boots and gear we couldn't afford. That night, I drove to the highway gas station and signed up for overnights. When I got home, I told her I'd gotten a bonus at work. She looked at me for a long time, because I've never been a good liar. She nodded anyway. She's 24 now, with a shelf full of gold medals from horse riding and a house with both our names on the deed. Everyone calls her the Horse Whisperer. She still thanks me for the bonus that bought her first boots, not knowing there was never a bonus, just me working overnight shifts at the gas station so she could ride.